So Jackson State is sold out for today's game against Alcorn State. I'm not surprised. Well, Jackson State fans, you have something to celebrate. Again, you sold out another game. An important game against a rivalry foe, Alcorn State. You gotta be proud. You've heard all the trash talk. You've heard all the disdain for your team, your university, and flat out, to be honest with everybody, jealousy. See, when you're winning, you want more jealousy. You want more people hating on your team. That means you're doing something. That means you're changing the game, and there's going to be folks mad at your product, especially on the field. You need haters. You want the opposing teams, the distractors, the traditionalists, and the shines. You want them to say, you're the reason for this, you're the reason for that. And when they say those things about your school, take it with a smile. And smile back to them and say, "Thee I love." That's all you have to do. But I'm going to let Cat Williams, a brother who has no filter, explain what you should do when you encounter a hater.
Just saying, live your motherfucking life. You gotta get your motherfucking hustle. Understand niggas is gonna hate you regardless. Get that out of your head, that fantasy world where niggas ain't hating on you. You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What the fuck is you complaining about? What the fuck do you think a hater's job is? To fucking hate. So let them motherfuckers do their goddamn job. What the fuck is you complaining about? Ladies, if you got 14 women hating on you, you need to figure out how the fuck to get to 16 before the summer get here. The fuck is you mad about? Fellas, if you got 20 haters, you need 40 of them motherfuckers. What is you complaining about? If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me. Sit back there and say my hair ain't luxurious when you know it is, bitch.
Ain't that the truth, Cat Williams? Ain't that the truth? But to the JSU fans, man, you got to be excited. Jackson State versus Alcorn. One team in Alcorn State that is known for playing hard. And that's credit to Fred McNair. Fred McNair is a leader of men. He has the players, even when they're down at the lowest moments, they never give up, win or loss. And if you're an Alcorn fan or alum, you should be proud of your team. They're going to be playing hard. They're trying to go to the SWAC championship game. Now, Jackson State, remember this before you play. You don't want to lose this game. You don't want to play a team twice. And you don't want to lose to your rival school. Remember what they said. We started in the A, we're going to finish in the A. Remember that. So your job today is to stop them from even going to the A, from even going to the SWAC championship game. So I want to see fast starts, clean blocks, no missed assignments, form tackling. Form tackling. That's a must on defense. Shout out to Shiloh. And he's made some plays this year. But brother, you gotta wrap up. That's all I ask from him. But I've been impressed that he's a ball hawk. I've been impressed with the brother because he's been hearing all the shit that how he can't cover. And just because he cannot cover like some of the talented cornerbacks they have on this team, doesn't mean he's a bad player. There's always needed skill on this field. And it's not like Shiloh's not athletic. He's very athletic. He just couldn't cover like, again, he doesn't cover like Nugget or Zay Bolton. But he makes plays. And he's very important to this defense. The defensive line, I already know they're going to show up. James Houston, the edge rushers. Shout out to Niles Gaddy. The defensive tackles, Antoine Owens and Coinus Miller. I know they'll show up. Aubrey Miller, do what you do. Stop the gap. Set the tone. And Mr. Consistent on defense, Keontae Miller. This is a rivalry game, so it means something to him. The cornerbacks. Now, I've heard rumors that Nugget may be suspended. I hope he's not suspended. I hope he's not suspended as well as Wyman. Because this is the Soul Bowl. And I'll never call it the Pepsi Classic or whatever they're calling it. Growing up as a kid watching SWAC football, we have known this matchup to be the Soul Bowl, so I will forever call it that. You can get mad at me for not addressing it, but you know how I roll. I am not a conformist. I was never raised to be that way, and I will never grow old to be that way. But back to the game. I want Nugget to play all 4 quarters because Alcorn State has a talented receiver. CJ Bowler, the transfer from Vanderbilt, speedster. He's seen all types of elite defensive players playing in the SEC. So there's not anything that he'll be surprised about in this game. Jackson State has to put their best corners on him. And you may have to mix it up because just man-to-man is not enough unless the D-line gets there on time. Sometimes you may have to switch it up the zone. We'll see what happens. But I'm very intrigued in that matchup. The DBs of Jackson State versus Alcorn State's receivers. Not only CJ Bowler, but LaCharles Pringle, Mr. Reliable for their team. He doesn't drop many footballs, so very dependable. But in closing, Jackson State's offense. You got to wreck shop. Offensive line, you've been pass blocking very well. Credit to you guys for these past couple of weeks, that is. But I want to see physicality in the run block. And if the run game is not there, if there's 1.82 yards a carry, you might as well go 5 wide out and air that sucker out. Now, I know Alcorn has 1 or 2 good DBs, but I know for sure they don't have 5 great DBs. In closing, before I go, I want to give a shout out to FAMU. I think FAMU's having a really good season. I know they're not getting talked about as much as JSU, but I'm going to give them some love. I've been watching y'all, and you guys are definitely a playoff team. We may have a discussion. This may be another video in the future, or tomorrow maybe. If, let's say FAMU goes to the playoffs and they win 1 or 2 games, would that be a better season than Jackson State winning it all, winning the Black College National Championship, winning the Celebration Bowl? Is that better? If FAMU wins 2 playoff games, I think that's going to cause a great discussion. To be honest, I think somebody else may talk about that. Somebody may listen to the stream and say, "Hey, man, we need to talk about that." But it's all love, though. But these games, this is what we need. ESPN, you guys got to fix that broadcast issue. Every time it's an HBCU game, you fools always drop the ball. But I bet you if Auburn was playing Alabama, you wouldn't see any technical blunders. I guarantee it. But this is why I wish we had our own network. Now, I know some traditionalist folks, some go along, get along folks who who want things to be corporate. But I'm telling you now, right now we're seeing that we have the power as the viewer, as black people, black man and woman, to create our own. Just a thought. But I'm excited for the game. I'm sure it's going to be a passionate, hard-fought, physical game. Shout out to Jackson State. And man, I pray that Dejon Nugget Warren is playing in this game. Let's not be naive now. When you're a star player like him, you can get away with stuff. It seems like they're overly punishing him. And I root for Jackson State. I root for Coach Prime. But I'm just saying, I think he should be playing. I hope he's not suspended. I hope Wyman's not suspended. Because they were just, riding for their boys, man. You know how it is. It gets testy. It's a rivalry game. I'm not saying it's wrong or right. I'm just saying it's football. These things sometimes happen. Food for thought. But thank you for tuning in, everybody, man. Peace and blessings, peace and love. And what we learned this week, especially on the loss of young Dolph, we got to appreciate each other, show love to each other, stop being so sensitive to things. We got to do a better job of noticing our surroundings, being more aware. Because you know how the saying goes, no one's rooting for your success, but only your failure. I'm sure there's a person that will bring up my name, and I ain't even mention their name, because of jealousy, ego, that causes it, and clout too. That's also another thing that occurs. So all I say is, brothers and sisters, be of love, be of peace, and be the best person you can be. This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Shout out to all the SWAC content creators. Cut Day Sports, Swag Buzz, my dog. Tomorrow Leaders Sports Network. The CFL Podcast, another good brother. SWAC TV, HBCU Spotlight, and many more. Many more. Y'all have a great day.